We are now with Bryan, who is Operations Manager, as well as the Acquisitions Department Manager. Bryan, can you tell us what exactly does Acquisitions do?
Sure. We're basically the first point of contact that a potential author would have with our company. We focus on a lot of new, first-time authors who generally haven't had a book published in the past, so they're really looking for that hand to help them, to guide them through the process. And that's what acquisitions do. Generally, an author will come to us with a query letter and saying, I've got an idea for a book, this is what it is. Since we publish a wide variety of genres and different styles, we'll generally bring in the work to see what exactly it is, if it's going to fit within our catalog. At that point, we'll review it. If it's acceptable and will be a good fit with us, we'll offer it a contract, and then really guide them along in the process, answering any questions that they might have about the publishing process in general and what can be expected. We're contacted by many authors per day, probably over 100 per day with their manuscript or their query and wanting us to publish them.
And how can an author submit a manuscript to Publish America?
The best way is to contact us through email. We do most of our communication through email. So that's at acquisitions@publishamerica.com. That's ACQUISITIONS@publishamerica.com. Or by going to our website, www.publishamerica.com, and click on the new author information tab. There you'll find a very basic query letter where you can fill out with author information, a brief summary of the work, and any other information you'd like us to be aware of.
And do we have many returning authors?
Oh yeah. Probably about 40% of our new releases are from returning Publish America authors. We see the same names over and over, or they might have a series of books that they'd like us to publish, or just have a wealth of creativity, and we've really prided ourselves in being available for those authors, for them to get their works out there to the public.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to speaking with you again.
My pleasure.